or get your top hit. Cleaning crew, we pull out with the mop sticks. I can let my demons loose, we ride and don't get caught sick. Really, I believed in you, it turned out that you not shit.
What up, you guys? WatchMeWatchYou from the inside, and we got another video. Today we're checking the video that I saw from Fresh and Fit, man. I heard a couple things with someone saying that this man, Nick Fuentes, dropped the hard ER on Fresh and Fit. And look, I watch a lot of, I want to put this disclaimer out there, I watch a lot of Fresh and Fit. I support them, support the channel, I support what they do, but they do some things that I think is some fuck shit and some shit that I do not agree with at all, bro. This is gonna be one of those things. So let's shut the fuck up, get to the video, and we're gonna go ahead and give our commentary.
Yeah, that's what I just said. All right, ladies, last thoughts or disagreements on the show, or how much you hate Nick?
My friend's smart.
Yeah, I don't appreciate Nick saying the N-word.
Say it. Come on, man. I want you to say it.
For real. I want to hear it. What you got?
You want me to say it?
Yeah.
You want me to hit me if I say it?
No, Nick. What you got?
All right, nigger.
Whoa! He said the hard
That's because, like, no, because I don't even say it like that.
I don't say it like that. And me personally, like, I don't think that's just cool. Like, if you want to say it, go ahead and say it, but you're going to get your ass beat at the end of the day. Like, that's just how it is. Like, you're going to say it to the wrong person one day, but it's okay.
First of all, Nick is smart enough to know that he can only say the N-word in certain settings.
Yeah, I don't think
He dropped the hard ER, bro. That is not acceptable, period.
Understand that we live in the United States, and free speech is a thing. And
oh my god. Yo, what?
Yeah. You know the part about free speech?
Nigga making excuses, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
it's selective as fuck.
Selective for yes, that's selective, bro. That's selective.
He definitely knows, like, to not. He's not walking down the street saying the N-word. Like, he's not.
But here's the thing:
like,
wouldn't it be ridiculous for you to physically attack someone because they say something?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you shouldn't. No.
Yeah.
I would argue no.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I would argue no. The reason why I would argue no is because if I'm walking with my son, and I remember I saw a video with G Herbo too, when he had his son, and some nigga said some weird shit, some shit that sounded kind of threatening to him while he had his son. He was like, "I'll smack the shit out of you." There's certain things that you just don't do. There's certain boundaries you just don't cross. If I'm with my child, if I'm in a vulnerable moment with my son, with my daughter, and you're gonna come to me with some kind of prank and say some kind of wild shit to me, you should get the shit smacked out of you, bro. You should. You should, bro. You should. You should get fucked up. Natural selection should take care of stupid niggas. You walking around saying, "Oh, the hard ER is some stupid shit." You should get the shit. You should get the shit beat out of you, bro. Like that Mizzy kid that went to that couple, that goofy ass UK like prankster that thinks he's pranking people. Really, if he did that shit in the US, he would die in 2 days. I would not give him longer than 48 hours. This nigga went up to a couple with and asked them for some food. The couple bought him some food. And then he threw a rock on the table and said, "It's a good thing you gave me this food, because if you didn't, I was gonna bash your head open with it." You should get shot. Yes, you should get shot for saying that. There's certain things you just don't do. There's certain things you just don't say. That's not even a guy code or a girl code. That's just human code. There's some things you just don't do. This is one of those things where you just don't do that. So for you to sit here and say that, oh, well, it sounds crazy to me that he would sit there and say that, isn't it crazy for someone to have a physical response out of verbiage. It's like, bro, yes, bro, some things you just shouldn't say. And this is one of those things.
But
but if somebody feels like attacking you because you disrespected them, they also have the right to do that as well.
Whether it's right or wrong.
No, they don't, because they're gonna go to jail.
Yeah, big time.
If you're a police,
He has the right to say whatever he wants, but the thing is,
he says it,
no, you don't, bro.
You should
not.
Bro, this is crazy, bro. Like, what the fuck? How are you even defending this?
And I didn't get caught. I ain't get caught.
Well, there's a difference. One's protected by the First Amendment, the other one isn't.
Right, no.
And this is another thing I want to touch too. Racism is not protected by the First Amendment. If he was walking around saying, my nigga, what's up, my nigga, that's a little different. But if he says, all black people annoy me, all black people, they steal, all black people, they rob, that's different. That's protected in the First Amendment. Yeah, it has some racist roots to it, but that's protected in the First Amendment. There's a difference between you saying that, then you walk around saying that you're a nigger. Those are two completely different things. Racism is not protected in the First Amendment. And he's trying to defend that. He's trying to say that, well, it's okay for Nick to say it because it protected him the First Amendment right, and that's legal. And you can't retaliate in hitting him because if you hit him, that's illegal. So two rights. So that doesn't make it right for you to retaliate illegally because you're triggered. No, bruh. Racism is not legal, bro. It's illegal. Like, there's a difference between you saying that all black people do is rob and steal and they're lazy compared to you calling people niggers. They're not the same. One is protected in the First Amendment. One isn't. Racism is not protected.
Again, I understand what you're saying, and again, he can absolutely say.
No, you don't, Shorty. Speak with your chest. You don't agree with that shit. Say it.
But a consequence is a consequence, honey.
Okay, and that person's gonna go to prison.
Facts.
Everybody got to accept the consequences. Everybody got to accept the consequences. If you're gonna attack, you got to accept the consequences.
This is. I hate to say this. This is a nigga mentality. He's not breaking the law, but you guys.
What? Oh my God, bro! What the fuck?
I didn't say that at all. What I said was, it's okay for him to do what he wants, but it's also okay if somebody wants to attack him.
No, it's not okay because it's illegal.
It is okay because if that's what they want to do, people can do what they want to do.
No, this is what I mean when I say people are so stupid. He has a First Amendment right, not a privilege, a right to say what he wants.
That's not a right, bro. You don't have a right to be racist.
I agree. I'm not saying that it's right.
But you don't have a right to be racist, bro. What the fuck?
We all have the right to do what the fuck we want.
That's crazy, bro.
You just get to broke it down.
That's crazy.
Whether it's legal or illegal, I still have the right.
And you understand the consequences.
Legal or illegal, I still have the right.
And you understand the consequences.
Exactly. Life is about choices. You're not gonna sit here and tell me that just because I choose to do something illegal that it's wrong. I mean, it's wrong, but
It's
all y'all black people, bro.
I am born and raised
defending a white man saying the hard ER is crazy.
I didn't mean that it was right. But if somebody decides to attack him because of what he said, then that's okay.
Let's rephrase it.
What I said.
So ultimately, he can say whatever he wants to say.
Yes.
But if someone attacks him, that's a prerogative, but it's still wrong.
Yes, that's literally what I'm saying.
But you said I was right.
But it's not wrong for him to say what he wants.
But
it's not wrong for him to say what he wants.
Y'all look kind of weird right now trying to defend his wife.
They're trying to conflate a First Amendment right.
That's not a First Amendment right, bro. Stop it.
Stop it, bro. In response to him exercising his right.
Again, Myron, I didn't say it was the same, but again, if they choose to do that, they just choose to do that. I'm saying it's a choice. I didn't say that they're not. They're stupid. If someone comes and attacks him because he said, yes, Catherine thinks that that's stupid. But again, just like he decided to say because he wanted to, they decided to punch him in the face because they wanted to.
You smacking someone in the face for saying the hard ER is not
that one isn't, so you can't. So it's why are you even bringing it up?
Yeah, facts. I'm trying to understand about it.
Yeah,
that's not dumb. And also, you could argue if you were fearing for your life with someone saying that shit
that's
too.
illegal.
Hey,
She
listen.
just said there's consequences to your actions. That's literally her point. That was just her point.
Exactly. We're just saying it's not right.
Yeah. Exactly. I said it's not right a million times.
Right. I didn't say it was right if he were to get his.
I said it's a choice. I said it's a choice. I didn't say it was right.
It's a choice to be in jail. Okay, this is a.
I enjoy it.
Life's about choices.
I broke.
I enjoy it.
This is crazy, bro.
It's about choices at the end of the day.
What?
I'm not around smacking white people. I grew up in bumblefuck Indiana, bro. Like, the fucking KKK was started there. The Pole Mart lives there. Like, I understand what happens right here. That's why I don't care if white people say the N-word. Now, mind you, Nick ain't gonna keep saying it in front of me, but he does have the right to say it. And
you know he doesn't have the right to say it, baby. Like, say it with your chest.
Sure, but
I know you fuck with Myron and Fresh. I know you fuck with Fresh and Fit. Say it with your chest. Say what you really want to say.
It doesn't offend me at all.
You know you don't agree with that shit, baby. Come on, man.
If he says you black, then we got a problem. But if he didn't say that shit,
that's even crazier. But this nigga dropped a hard ER, which is wild, bro. And y'all black men are still here defending that shit. It's crazy, bro.
This is an asinine argument. Watch this shit back and you're gonna see like what the fuck was I saying?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, Myron.
His First Amendment right,
bro.
Violent retaliation.
A lot of people in the comments right now are looking at him like, bro, what the fuck are you saying,
I said it was
bro?
okay. I never said it was okay.
But in the same sense, it's not.
But that's what people do.
But you're trying to make it seem like it's legal, and it's not legal. That's not a legal action.
I wouldn't do it.
Racism is not legal.
But we know that people do stuff like that. So I'm not gonna not say
All right,
it.
bro, I gotta stop this. It's about to end anyways. And I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna say this. I don't think it's a coincidence that there is a bunch of black women on this panel. There's nothing but black women on this panel with a self-proclaimed right-wing white nationalist, right? There's a white nationalist that is right-wing on this panel with nothing but black women. I don't think that's a coincidence. As a content creator, I don't think that's a coincidence. I think that was set up for a reason, for clicks. And if anything, I think he was prompted to say the N-word somewhere in this show for clicks too as well. That's just, as a content creator, I don't know. I would not be surprised if that was the case. I'm not gonna say it was. I wasn't part of the show. But outside looking in, I would not be surprised. Second thing I'm gonna say, my boy Myron, man. Like I said again, I fuck with Fresh and Fit. I do like Fresh and Fit as far as a channel, but sometimes they do stuff that is just some lame shit to me, and this is some lame ass shit. One thing I'm gonna say, already addressed before, being racist is not protected under the First Amendment. It's not. If I sat here and said that all black people do is steal, rob, and they're all aggressive and they're lazy, that's protected under the First Amendment. You can argue that. But saying that, hey, you're a nigger, that is not protected under the First Amendment, bro. That is racism. If anything, you can argue too, that's hate speech, but even with hate speech too, that's not really protected under the First Amendment either. Being racist is not protected under the First Amendment, bro. It's not. It's not. So that's not, then we can't sit here and say that. The second thing I want to say too, you want to say that these girls are in their feelings for defending themselves when they felt uncomfortable with a white man saying the hard ER right next to them on a podcast. Well, you're the same person that got upset because a girl called you.
Which makes me know off rip, you don't respect him.
Okay.
See, I can read between the lines. And don't ever call me Osama on my show again.
Okay.
I'm dead serious. Don't do that again.
Okay.
You trying to be funny?
I said okay.
You are trying to be funny.
I said okay. I said okay. What's funny?
No, because like you're trying to, be facetious about it, and it's like I'm serious. Like, don't call me Osama again. That's not funny.
A lot of stuff that you said wasn't funny, but hey, we laugh because it's your show, right?
It is my show, so don't forget where you're at. You don't need to be disrespectful about it.
I didn't. Well, what did I say disrespectful? I didn't call you a pussy ass.
Osama, he killed many
Listen,
people.
I'm not your sugar daddy. I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not here to tolerate any of that fuckery.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
You're on my shit.
Okay.
We're in front of a bunch of people right now. You're not going to disrespect me on my platform.
Okay.
Don't talk to me like I'm your boyfriend. I'm not here to tolerate that.
Okay.
And you kicked her out. You're the same guy that got upset when a girl called you a fucking Arab.
Hitting on Israel. It's all good.
No, he's just saying that
he's not the only one, but it's all good.
No, he said that specifically so that the audience would know that he's referring to you.
Yeah, I know.
Because that's how they're
it's
using.
all good.
That's not hating on Israel.
Yeah.
That's just identifying you.
Yeah. Of
Okay.
course. 'Cause they're fucking Arab.
What?
What?
She called you a Arab.
What was that?
All right, like 5 minutes left. She can't even.
I guess.
Right.
I guess she.
She's gone.
She's
mature, guys.
hurt her feelings, man. She's walking off.
So can I say that? Could we all argue that you were in your feelings when that happened too as well? When a girl said that fuck the chat, you kicked her out. Could you argue that you're in your feelings for that too? Is that some nigga shit? Because that's what you're saying. This is a nigga mentality, right? But you did the same thing. Is that a nigga mentality? It's like, and then the third thing on top of that is like, bro, you're also the same person that always talks about the real world and how the real world works. This is Fresh and Fit. We keep it real, mitigate the risks and take accountability, X, Y, and Z. Okay, cool. I agree with that. You can't be the guy that tells girls, you need to be careful wearing X, Y, and Z out because there's creepy men out there and they might touch you, they might harass you. You can't be that guy, but then be the same guy that tells these women as well that he has the right to say whatever he wants to say and nobody should touch him. Why don't you have that same argument for the girls that argue that, well, I should be able to wear what I want, where I want, regardless if a guy can harass me or not. Regardless of that possibility, I should be able to wear whatever the fuck I want to wear. You should keep that same energy with this too as well. If a girl's out here and then she's saying I should be able to wear this crop top and not have to worry about a guy harassing you, unfortunately that's the real world. You do. I would argue it's in her constitutional right to wear whatever the fuck she wants to wear. And she still has, and that's actually protected by the Constitution. And she still has to worry about being harassed by men and even women. Why can't you have that same argument for this. And on top of that, what Nick said, the hard ER, that's not even, that's actually racist. It's not protected under the Constitution. And you still don't have that same argument for this. That to me seems crazy, bro. It seems crazy. Those are two different things. And honestly, I like, again, I watch Fresh Fit all the time. This is one of those scenarios that I think Myron lost. I think he lost this debate. That little back and forth, bro, you made yourself look so weird, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. That your whole take on that was a very weird take. A very weird take. And you're very hypocritical too. Because you're the same guy that sits here and says that, oh, women need to be, you need to be careful wearing this and this out, because if you do, then guys are gonna think of you this way. Or if you do, a creep might try to touch you. If you're walking out wearing a skimpy outfit at a place that is a high of crime, has a high crime rate, is it your fault that you put yourself in that situation? Because you argue that all the time, that it's the girl's fault for putting herself in that situation. Why can't you say the same thing for this? If Nick was to get smacked, why can't you argue that it starts with him, because he shouldn't be saying that shit in the first place? And yeah, I know a lot of girls egged him on to say that shit, because that's weird. Why a bunch of girls be like, yeah, say it. But they probably didn't even think he was going to say the hard ER. They probably thought that he was just going to say nigga. But he said the hard ER. Number one. And number two, this whole debate right here, they're talking about him saying it like about someone retaliating to him out in the streets if he was to say that. And he's saying he's protected under his First Amendment right. These two things are just completely different, bro. You can't compare the two. And it just seems crazy that they're attempting to do that. And as a bunch of, I'm just thinking right now, like, bro, Kevin Samuels will not tolerate this shit, bro. Like, Kevin Samuels would not tolerate, even Andrew Tate would not tolerate this shit. Like, Andrew Tate would think this shit. And, like, for me, it's like, sometimes my honest critique when it comes to Fresh and Fit is that sometimes it looks like they do stuff that's so right, like, to the right, or so opposite. It's like they do it to the point it looks forced. Like, this seems forced. Like, you know you only did that for clicks, bro. You know this. And you're like, and again in my head, I'm like, bro, you're the same person that got upset at Albert and Preach for saying shit, for talking shit about you. And you literally said that you'll punch them in their face, that they won't say it to their face. You're inviting violence to yourself. That's also illegal. So why don't you have that same argument for Albert and Preach? That's some nigga shit, right? Or is that you being emotional? Because those are just words. Is that you doing some nigga shit? Because those are just words, right? What about girls that wear skimpy outfits going out? You say that they should be careful because a guy might assault them. Well, whatever they want to wear, that's part of their constitutional right. That's actually protected. You can argue that, you know, Fresh, Albert and Preach calling Myron and Fresh all these type of names, you can argue that's protected too in the First Amendment right. Freedom of speech. But racism is not protected. Like, I don't think Andrew Tate would tolerate this shit. I think even Andrew Tate would say this shit's lame. He's half black. Kevin Samuels will definitely think this shit's lame. And if I'm honestly, bro, this is like 3 steps back for the red pill community. Again, I really appreciate a lot of shit that Fresh and Fit do offer for young men, as far as, like, you know, starting businesses, raising credit scores, how to maneuver when it comes to dating women and stuff. But honestly speaking, like, I watch Fresh and Fit to watch the delusional women get debunked with their delusional ideologies, and also to learn pointers on making money and credit. But I will never try to learn how to date women or aspire to be a certain kind of way from watching Fresh and Fit. I don't get that from that. I think Fresh and Fit is for the young men that are probably around like 18 to like early 20s that want to just fuck a lot of girls. They want to make a lot of money and they want to fuck a lot of girls. They want to live that bad boy, city boy lifestyle. If you want to do that, watch Fresh and Fit. If you're in your like more like older 20s, like 25, even 24, but 25 and up, 30s, and you really want to get into locking down one chick, one female, you want to be more monogamous, you want to, you know, raise a family, you want to get married, you want to do that whole traditional route, I would say watch Kevin Samuels, and I would say watch Andrew Tate. Because that's what they preach. They preach the nuclear family and unity and, you know, and just being a solid man. Fresh and Fit, they teach you about making a lot of money, but really about just being a city boy and being able to just knowing how to talk to girls and pick up girls and fuck a lot of girls. There's nothing wrong with that, but I could see there are two different lanes. I'm not part of that lane, at least not anymore. I'm not. But it just that shit just, I don't know. Regardless of that, bro, this was not cool, bro. This is one of those situations where it's like those very rare situations. I think that they're in wrong for this. That shit was not cool. I think that was some lame shit, to be honest with you. I still fuck with y'all, but I don't fuck with that. That wasn't cool. But peace up and positive like always, guys. This is WatchMeWatchYou from the new sign out. We got another $1 million video. If you're not following me, what you're doing. That being said, y'all, I'm out.
Moving on, that's easy too. Quit acting like I'm not rich. Fuck these IG hoes, I'd rather have a block bitch. She been playing on my heartstrings like a guitar pick. I know what broken hearts mean, was trying to die.